Happy Thanksgiving. It's the Thanksgiving version of this epic disaster, all full of dressing and turkey and all kinds of good stuff. You know, I haven't had turkey in many, many years.
Right. Because you're a vegetarian.
That's right. But I've had dressing. I do have dressing every year.
Every year. And it's
we
amazing
hope
dressing.
Everyone is having whatever they want for Thanksgiving except your family. This year, we're not allowed to have family, apparently. That's the one thing you can't have for Thanksgiving.
No family for you.
Well, see, that's not really true. You're not supposed to have family come in from, like, long distance.
Right.
And stuff like that. You can have, like, people that you hang out on a regular basis, you know, I think you can have them, like, you're coming to ours. Mm-hmm. We're sitting here. Mm-hmm. If you've got COVID, I already have it.
That's right.
So, but this will be, for the first time in a long time, it'll be like the thinnest, not because of me, it'll be the thinnest Thanksgiving. We only have you're the only one showing up.
Not because of me either, trust me.
A couple of people who usually show up aren't able to show up. My wife's mother, who usually since I've known her, always comes in, she's not feeling well, so she's not going to come in. It's just going to be us.
I spent your first Thanksgiving with you being with Maria, and her mom was here, and that was in Douglasville.
Yeah, I hardly remember that, but that was right before we got married, though.
Yep.
That's why her mom was there.
Yep.
I just remember. I remember when I met her. So we were talking on the phone, and this was before I met her in person. And I was talking on the phone to her on Thanksgiving Day. We were texting. When I say talking on the phone, we did not talk on the phone. We texted because people don't talk on the phone anymore. And she said, my hair looks horrible. I just woke up and my hair looks... She was making Thanksgiving dinner. Here comes the police.
Here come the police.
She was making Thanksgiving dinner. She said, my hair looks horrible. And I said, send me a picture. And she did. And when she did, I was like, okay, that's the girl for me. Because so people would be like, no, I'm not going to do that. Look awful. But she didn't care. And I just knew at that point, I was like, okay, she's cool.
Yep.
But she didn't tell her mom. She wouldn't tell her mom she met someone. And so we had our date scheduled the day. So she took her mother to the airport and came back, and then we met in person. So
What's funny is that Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving right before you met your wife in person, I spent with you.
Yes, we had Thanksgiving. That was my last Thanksgiving in Chattanooga.
Yep. Yep. It was mine too. Yep. And ever since then, Thanksgiving with Rick and Maria.
Yep. Yeah, here. Well, we hope that you're having a good Thanksgiving. Now, today, I don't know if I would call this a Thanksgiving beer. It's a holiday beer.
It's definitely holiday.
I'm kind of excited about it. I'm not familiar. Well, I'm familiar, obviously, with the brand of beer, but not this flavor of beer. Well, let's just explain it.
What we're having today is a Guinness.
Oh, yeah.
It's an Imperial Gingerbread spiced stout.
What?
Aged in Kentucky bourbon barrels.
Holy crap. Those are all my favorite things in one beer. I'm afraid, what if this is another 5? Wouldn't that be weird?
Or what if it's complete crap?
Sucks? What if it just totally sucks? Yeah.
Also, I will mention right off the bat that this is 11% alcohol.
Yeah, when we bought it, the guy at the store held it up and just showed it to us, and he was like, 11% alcohol. It was like, you're making a good purchase. Okay, first thing I'm noticing is it doesn't have a Guinness head.
No, it does not.
Totally not a Guinness head. So, and what it's usually Guinness is really thick. Mm-hmm. This is not thick.
No, this is not thick.
I don't even know. I do see bubbles come up from the bottom.
You have schmutz in your glass. That's why.
Huh?
Look, it's sticking to schmutz.
No, that's just bubbles.
Okay.
It's a stripper.
Bubbles.
All right. Give it a sip. You're doing it first. See what you think.
Try it.
You don't like it?
Just try it. My first impression.
Smelling it? Delicate. It does smell like Guinness, but a little tiny bit of cinnamon smell. Okay, here we go. Gonna try it.
Do it. Do it.
Okay.
My first impression is that it is really sweet.
It does lean to the sweet. My first impression is before any of the other flavors, I'm tasting the bourbon barrel.
Yes.
Which is not a bad thing, by the way.
No. But you're right. That's the first thing I'm getting.
It's I don't know if you put this in front of me and said try this and then tell me who makes it, I would not say Guinness. It's not thick
It's
like
not
a Guinness. I don't even know
yeah.
why. I mean, not everything. I
But
guess has to
Guinness
be.
also has other types of beer.
It's
They
true.
have blondes and things like that. So
I
yeah,
love their blonde.
yeah.
Their blonde beer is good. All right. So we'll tell you what we think about it at the end of the podcast. Let's start calling it a podcast.
No, let's not.
No one does podcasts.
We'll be cutting edge.
What would the word pood mean? That's the thing. I don't know.
It could be like poon.
Pooncast. No, I bet you I'll bet you anything there's a podcast called Pooncast.
I guarantee you there is.
It's
Yeah,
about the porn industry.
there has to be.
I'm saying pood. Is that a word I just made up? Pood?
I don't know. You have Google, just like I do.
You know. It's just a funny word.
How
Anyway,
would you spell it?
Pood. Poodcast. Welcome.
It could be a podcast about poodles.
Poodles. It's the Poodcast. That's
The
right. I'll
Poodcast.
bet you it exists.
Actually, a pood is a unit of mass. Pood.
I've stepped in a pood before. A unit of mass.
It's a unit of mass equal to 40 funt.
What is a funt?
Apparently, it's another unit of mass.
Like Alan Funt from Candid Camera?
The plural is pudai or pudi.
Poodai.
Since 1899, it is an approximate set to 16.38 kilograms.
Okay, I feel the 11% alcohol on
It
this.
was used in Russia, Belarus, and Ukraine.
So, Belarus,
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I
drinking.
meant.
I'm drinking this, and I could feel it coming up the back of my spine and the back of my head. This warmth, tingly feeling. So I could tell that it's got that 11% alcohol in it.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
strap in.
This has been a weird week for me. What about for you? What anything good happen?
No. So here's this thing I have to do at work. Okay, and I mean, I'm not being like forced to do this, but we have management meetings every
Isn't
Friday.
that what work is? You're being forced to do something you
Yes.
pretty much wouldn't do.
I wouldn't do these things every day. But so every Friday we have a management meeting, and the way we have to start the meeting, in theory, is a fabulous idea, but we have to start with good news.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about that today when we first started this podcast. You remember you wanted to say one thing you're thankful for
Every week.
every week.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then I was like, look, I hate doing that at Thanksgiving. I really don't want to do that in the podcast.
Once a week.
I hate that when you're at the Thanksgiving. We've talked about that before. Where everybody goes in a circle and they're like, so everybody has to say one thing you're thankful for.
No, I don't. You can't make me. You're not holding a weapon.
No.
So there. I'm thankful you're
I'm-
not holding a weapon.
I'm thankful I didn't poop my pants again today. I did it once and I didn't do it again. Everybody's like, okay, maybe this is not a good idea.
Maybe we should not.
shouldn't talk
discuss
about this?
Nope. Nope.
No, I just hate that. It's like, I don't know. I have things that I'm thankful for, but it's nobody's business. I don't want to necessarily share them.
so
If it's,
private.
I
so
know,
private.
but if I'm thankful to someone, I might tell them or something. But I don't need to tell. It's a humble brag, you know. It's a way
Big
of like
time.
I'm going to tell you great things that happened in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful that my kid just got straight A's in school,
Yeah.
or we just bought a brand new Porsche.
I'm
thankful for that.
I mean, I will straight up say I'm grateful that I have a job.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people right now don't, for obvious weird reasons, COVID. But I will also say that every single Friday, I may not have good news for you today, you know. And my boss says, well, "This is how we start these meetings," and I'm like, "Oh, fuck." I don't have anything.
Just make something up. That's the thing. They can't force you to say something true.
That's true.
You just have to say something.
Yeah.
I would just make things up.
It has to be work related though, so
Yeah.
I kind of have to prove it. Like I can't say I finished Chris's review today when, in all honesty, I've barely started on it and it was due in September.
Okay.
This is how jacked up my work is right now. I am so swamped that I can't do my annual reviews. I've been failing on doing my quality management call reviews. I've been failing on doing my one-on-ones with my team. And I have to pack all of those into 3 days next week. And it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
But I'm also grateful we won't have a Friday meeting next week.
That is cool. I don't know. In some ways, I'm kind of sad it's Thanksgiving because then that means next is Christmas and then it's over. Mm-hmm. It goes so fast.
And you suffer from a little bit of depression after the holidays.
I hate like the week after Christmas, my least favorite time ever.
Yeah.
I always say that it's like going to a porn store after you've had sex. That's what it's like. It's like normally you would love it,
right?
You know, it'd be great,
yeah, and fun.
But you just had sex. It's like I don't want.
No.
It's like somebody giving you a sandwich after you've been to the buffet. It's like no. And so like the day after the Christmas, because a lot of times right after Christmas they stop playing the music. It's like. No, everybody's just like, no, we don't even want to talk about it.
It's over.
It just didn't happen.
Sweep it under the rug.
But every once in a while, you'll go, and sometimes it happens like all the way up until New Year's Day. You go into a store and they're playing Christmas music, and I just feel like they shouldn't be doing this.
But
it's
look
like
at
after the fact.
But like, look at Canadians. They have Boxing Day.
Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with Christmas.
It can be celebratory because they're packing everything up and putting it away. I've never experienced like a Boxing Day party or anything like that. I don't even know if that's a thing. But you know, there's still reason to be festive.
And the 12 days of Christmas, those are like, isn't that Advent? The 12 days of Christmas?
An Advent calendar. Yeah. But I think
is
an
that
Advent...
after or before?
It starts before, but I think an Advent calendar is 25 days.
Can you name all the 12 days of Christmas?
There's in an Advent calendar, it's 25. It starts on the 1st to the 25th.
12 days of Christmas, the song.
Oh, yes, I can.
Okay. I want to test you and see.
Well, there's
the first 5 are easy, and even maybe 6 might be easy. But
actually,
then you start going to the other 6.
I might have to Google because
well, no, you can't Google.
I Google everything.
I know, but then anybody could do that. You're not naming it; you're reading it off of Google.
Okay, so there's one partridge.
Partridge in a pear tree is one.
Yep.
2
doves.
2 turtle doves.
Okay, yes.
3. 3. Chickens from Paris.
I don't know.
French hens.
Okay.
3 French hens. 4, so we're going backwards. It's harder to do it. 4.
Okay, so the maids are like 7.
They're way up there. But see, that's what the hardest one is. So you got 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, a partridge in a pear tree. So the 5 are easy.
Okay.
6 geese a laying. That's
a
kind
lot
of easy.
That's
kind of easy. All right, so we 6, those 6. All right.
Okay.
7. That's
maids.
easy.
7 maids.
I think 7 swans a swimming. 6 geese a laying.
You're right.
8
maids of milking.
Maids of milking.
There are maids in there somewhere.
9 lords of leaping. I think 9.
Leaping
10.
lords.
10. This is where I'm lost. 10, 11, and 12. 10 ladies dancing. 11. No, wait a minute. 11 lords of leaping. 11.
No.
11. 12.
At least we know we can count.
12. So 11 and 12, I don't think we know.
Yeah, no.
11 pipers piping?
Maybe.
No, that's 11 pipers piping. 7 pipers piping.
I thought it was 7 swans a swimming.
Yeah, it is. So
8 pipers piping?
No, I think it's 11 pipers piping.
That's
12,
a lot of pipes.
12 lords a leaping. 12 ladies dancing.
No.
I don't remember which. They're all in there. We forgot the drummers drumming.
Oh, yeah. If they're leaping and dancing, they got to have music.
And then there's one guy with his hand in his pants. I don't remember where that comes in.
That's Mr. Partridge.
Yeah, he's doing that. Well, I can't see. I always forget those because the ones that are really, really high up, I can't remember.
By then, you're just going
song.
Da 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 da.
Yeah.
I mean, Eddie Izzard even did a thing about it because this is true for everybody, unless you're like in choir or something. I think you just don't know, because by the time you get there, you're like, "Oh my God, are we done yet?" Yeah.
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 But I always hate that song. I can't stand it.
No, not a good song. So
well, it's going to start though.
I know.
I mean, in just a few days, it's time. All of this stuff
started. Depending on where you go, it has started.
I've been watching the movies. I've been
That's
watching
what I
the
meant.
Hallmark.
I come over here and it has started.
Oh, it's awful.
It's the Hallmark channel on consistent.
And
you
I
even
can't
left the
stand
damn
them.
Hallmark channel on for your dogs.
I know.
When you left the
I
house.
know. When it would come home, they're like, please, turn
it off.
But I can't stand them. They're so awful. Every once in a while, there's a really good one. I don't know why I put them on. It's just part of the festivities, I guess. It's like Christmas music. I don't know. Every once in a while, it's like one of those things you got to do. You play the Christmas music, and then you listen to it, and you're like, you know what? This song sucks.
This song
it's
is
just
stupid.
like the 12 days of Christmas. It's like, it sucks. But you do it. You're like the little drummer boy. Why do we need a song about rumps? It's the only Christmas song that mentions rumps.
Maybe my rump needs some attention.
Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum.
Pa-rum-pa-pum.
I always hate that song. There's like several. We did that. You know what? When we did the Life in a Kill podcast, we did like the top. I can't remember. I think if it was 5 or 10 worst Christmas carols ever.
I think we did that here.
No, it was Life in a Kill podcast. The worst Christmas carols ever.
Oh, you did your least
And
favorite Christmas
I think
song
it was in the
here.
top 5. We did Wham's Last Christmas.
I think that was on this
And
show.
like right after that, George Michael died.
Because you're a horrible
We
human being.
killed George Michael.
Yes, we did.
Because I think he listened to it. And he was like, he couldn't take it anymore.
I'm out. Yeah.
Just died.
Just died.
Let's play some Would You Rather.
Okay, let's do that.
We haven't done it in a while. We actually have. But anyway, I'm not even going to guess a color.
You're going to read first. I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Because I get to make that decision.
I'm
not
not going
gonna
to
be
say a
blue.
color. Not going to say a color. But,
It's purple.
see, it's a good thing I didn't say a color. All right, purple. Would you rather, this is appearance and embarrassment.
Uh-huh.
I've got to have to put glasses on.
Oh, I have a headache all of a sudden.
Sorry, you should take some medication. All right. Ooh, this is perfect for you then. Would you rather have a head twice the normal size
It feels like it right now all of a sudden.
or half the normal size? So you're a double head or a half head. Which would you rather be? Would you rather have a big head or a small head?
So, are we talking like Adam Sandler size head?
It doesn't
or
say
we-
it doesn't say anything about Adam Sandler. It just says
Okay.
twice. Would you rather have a head twice the normal size? So literally twice. We're talking Eric Stoltz mask. We're talking about gigantic
head.
head.
I'm going to go with the
Huge
larger.
cranium.
Huge cranium.
Yeah.
Go
Crying yourself
cry
to sleep.
yourself to sleep on your huge pillow.
Yeah. What do you want? Small would be nice. You wouldn't have to have a big pillow.
I'm going to go with big because what that means is that I have a bigger brain.
Not necessarily.
In my world, it does.
All right. So you're going with the big one.
Yep.
You want a big head instead of a half the size of a normal head.
Yeah, because when
Okay.
you have people call you horrible things when you have a little head.
Well, they're going to call you big head.
I think my ego can
It's
handle
gonna.
that.
Your neck is not going to be able to hold it up.
Oh, that's right. It's going to be twice as heavy,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And I already have neck problems.
No one wants to go out with a big head. Then again, no one wants to go out with you. Wait a minute. That's cruel. Who
You suck
said that?
ass. You suck a big ass.
Double the size of a normal ass.
Yes.
That's true. Sometimes I do.
Oh, God. Okay, it's your turn to go.
All right. I'm going to toss one. Oh, that sounds dirty, even though it's not.
It does sound.
Why is red in my head? I'm feeling red.
It's purple.
Again with the purple.
But you chose blue for me and red for you, which makes purple.
Purple, but also said I wasn't going to guess, so I need to go back and I'm going to edit that out.
I already asked you that one.
Oh, you know what?
What?
Did you throw purple?
Yeah.
I asked you blue.
Oh my God. Oh my
Sorry.
God. You're horrid.
Sorry, I already had it in my head. I blew.
That's all right.
I blew it. What?
You blew it.
Purple.
I just read that one.
Well, you're putting them in the front then. Got to put them in the
I
back.
literally just put that one in the back. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to look. Hold on.
Are there two of the same?
Two of the same questions.
Are they
Two of
the
the same
exact same
cards.
card?
Yeah.
What? Well, let's
the
throw one
exact
away. We
same
don't have
card.
that again.
Because I asked
That's
you that question
amazing.
a while back.
We should. All right.
There's like
Tearing it
3
up.
of them. Oh my God.
Tearing up the card.
He's tearing up the cards.
We don't
y'all.
need to.
You're right. We don't.
Toss it away. All right. Purple.
Accidents happen.
Purple. Purple.
Purple question is: would you rather eat a cup full of
Boogers,
styrofoam peanuts? You know the
Man.
stuff, the packing stuff.
I mean, I almost have.
That's true. You've also almost breathed that much.
Pretty much.
Or an entire 10-year-old fruit cake.
Oh, I'll go with fruitcake. What is
Because
that?
fruit cake is actual food.
It's actually edible.
That's just stupid.
It is stupid. You know,
Stupid.
there was like 1 year, I don't know what year it was, but there was 1 year when I got a fruitcake, and fruitcake,
I like fruitcake.
I remember one time when I was a kid, I had a fruitcake and I almost threw up. It was like the worst thing I ever had in my mouth.
Wow.
That candied fruit.
Oh, the cherries.
Nasty.
You know,
it
those...
wasn't just cherries. It was like there was pineapple. Just candied fruit was awful.
Yeah.
And couldn't stand it. And then I don't know what age I was, but I got as a gift, someone gave me a fruitcake. I was like, oh no. And then so I thought, I'm going to try a piece of it. And I ate it, and it had a lot of nuts in it, and the fruit was actually good fruit. And I was like, man, this is actually good. And then I had one fruit, and I think it's my only fruitcake in my entire life that was good. And I ate the whole thing.
Really?
Yep.
So you know how they make those candied, like the maraschino cherries?
They take a cherry and stick it up someone's butt.
Nope.
That's what it tastes like.
Yeah. So a maraschino cherry is actually a rotten cherry. It's a rotten piece of fruit that
I'll agree with that.
That is then soaked in formaldehyde and bleach.
Okay.
And they take away all the color and all the flavor by doing that, and it gets really hard. The cherry gets like hard, that kind of crispy, chewy thing, and then they put in fake color and fake taste.
Nice.
Yeah. So you're eating rotten fruit that's been soaked in formaldehyde and bleach.
That doesn't really surprise me. But
now that's not glassine cherries, which are different.
You know who Marty Maraschino was? Marty Maraschino. Like Cheri?
From Greece?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was so cute. I had a big crush on her.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? So I have something to talk to you about.
Okay.
If we can jump in.
Sure.
All right.
Let's jump.
Jumping. So a while back, I fell. A while back, I had you interpret a dream for me.
Okay.
And
which dream was that?
In this dream, I had two therapists.
Okay.
One was much more kind of scientific, and one was much more kind of metaphysical.
Okay.
If you remember that dream,
I don't.
You interpreted it as that being two sides of myself.
Okay.
Ish. In that dream, my dilemma was that I couldn't figure out, because they both had classes going at the same time.
Okay.
And they both wanted me to go.
I sort of remember that. Yeah.
And I couldn't decide, and I thought I'd just go to both of them, and I didn't. It didn't work out.
Was that like a long time ago, though? Wasn't
it was like a while back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then in that dream, this is another funny thing about that particular dream. In that dream, towards the end or middle, somewhere within the dream, I saw you were doing like an installation, like a Christmas decoration installation.
Okay.
So for all I know, it could have been last Christmas when I had that dream.
All right.
So I had a dream the other night, and this is going to be a little weird, but in this dream, I had both a man and a woman with me again. And
You'd be like a Libra.
Probably.
You're not a Libra, are you?
No, I'm a Leo.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to go to bed.
Who?
We're at like a bed and breakfast.
Not me and you.
No, the three of us. Me, this woman, and this man.
I don't want to do you in your dreams. I mean, God.
Not anymore. And this woman and this man aren't, like, I don't really... I know that I know them, but they're not like people that I know in real life. Okay. And the woman climbs into bed, and then I climb into bed, and then the man climbs into bed. So we're laying on our backs. I've got a woman to my left, and this is going to sound horrible, but she's really just kind of there. Like, she's not having a lot of action in this movie, if you will. And then the man lying next to me on my right is like, he feels guilty about something, and he's doing one of those, I'm a lot of things, but I'm not that kind of discussions. Like, he's trying to tell me the things that he's admitted to, but he's not, this horrible person. And I never thought he was a horrible person. Someone else has accused him of being a horrible person in my dream.
Okay.
And then I look over at him to the right, and I say something to the effect of, and let's not forget that I love you. And it's weird because in my dream, I fell in love with that man.
Okay.
Like, there was real feelings there.
Yeah.
And he was a very gentle, very sweet person, but also very capable.
Capable?
Capable, like, some of the things I look for in a man.
Oh.
Strength, things like that.
What is he capable of?
Well, we can discuss that at a later date. But what's also weird is that when I looked over to him at the right, you could see out the door, and I saw your Christmas decorations outside that door.
Okay.
And then I kind of woke up.
Okay.
Like, just super weird, but like that feeling, that romantic love feeling that I had for that man stayed with me for like 3 days.
Oh man, I've had that.
And I could not shake it. Like, I couldn't, and it started me on all these conversations, like, at my age, is it really worth looking anymore? Am I ever going to find someone for the long run? Do I want that anymore? You know, I'm so set in my ways, I don't know that I could actually live with another human being. Is that necessary? You know, all these questions going on and on and on. And some of my friends that I was talking to, they're like, where's this coming from? And I told them I fell in love in a dream. And they're like, oh, okay, I get it. You know? So what are your thoughts?
Are you looking for interpretation? Or just...
And other general observations.
Well, I mean, I understand. I think we've been talking about it on the podcast before about the idea of falling in love in a dream with... And isn't it weird? You created this person in your mind and you fell in love with the person.
Right.
It's like it's not a real person. It's you fell in love with your own creation.
Right.
Like Frankenstein or something like that.
But see, Dr. Frankenstein didn't like his monster because his monster wasn't evil like he wanted him to be.
But, yeah, I mean, I know that feeling. And it's frustrating because it's a true feeling of love or affection, and then you wake up and you realize the object of those feelings don't even exist. The
person doesn't even exist. Yeah.
That's very frustrating.
It's extremely frustrating.
It's like, I want to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Look, you go... That's a great movie idea. It's like the only time someone can have an affair or meet somebody. It's like going to sleep.
Don't
Wouldn't that be
say
awesome?
Things like that.
That'd be a great movie. That's a great movie idea. It's just like someone falls in love with someone, and the only way they can ever have a relationship with them is actually go to sleep and have it in their dreams.
Isn't there a movie like that?
I don't know. I know there's a couple movies where the people are having a relationship with someone who doesn't actually exist, like in their mind or something like that. But I don't know if it's like, so I know the premise of like the Freddy Krueger movies is the only way they could see him is go to sleep.
Yes.
But you know, he's killing them. But I mean the opposite. The only way that you can love someone is meet them in the dream. That would be awesome. That's a great movie idea. Write
a story. We'll get it made. Yeah, I
go ahead and steal it if you want to steal it. I don't care.
Yeah, anybody can steal it. It's fine.
Just in the credits, give it one little.
Shout out the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a link to the podcast,
please,
on
in the
credits. But other than that, I don't know. I mean, I think I'm interested in the woman is laying there.
I think that's just my inner duality.
Well, I know, but I'm wondering is like, are you inside starting to say I'm done with women?
Life is telling me I'm done with everybody.
Well, I mean, I know, but then why isn't the man not doing anything? I'm just saying, is the object of your desire now becoming men instead of women? Are you, I mean, that's what I would be curious about is why is the woman just like there, not even interested?
Or let's try this on precise. If every person in your dream is an aspect of yourself, what if I'm just really needing my stronger side right now? And the you know, stereotypically speaking, men are strong and women are weak, right? Which is bullshit, but
Well, I mean, more simpler maybe is just you've embraced your masculine side, whatever that is in any way.
Right.
But
and to me, my masculine side is well, 12. But he's also, he's independent. He's strong.
But that's not masculine. That's bullcrap. That's like 1950s
I agree
ideas.
with you.
So I don't think that makes sense anymore.
And yeah, you're right, because I don't feel that way.
No, and
so it wouldn't come out in my dream.
Unless you're some like dinosaur from no one thinks that way anymore. That's old style. Unless you're just extremely religious or conservative, and I'm not saying a particular religion. It's like, it just seems like a lot of really conservative religious people tend to have more extreme views of
women's
women
place
and men,
and a men's place.
Yeah, and I mean, and women should be doing this, and men
that's not me.
No one does that
And
anymore.
that's not me,
Most
yeah.
people don't.
Yeah. I've known some people that were like that.
But I don't know. I just, I'm just more interested. I mean, I know that feeling of falling in love. It's a frustrating feeling, but I also don't agree with what you're saying. I mean, I can't agree. I can't say for you what's good and bad, but I don't know. I just feel like it's not a good thing to say you're not interested anymore.
I mean,
I understand having your set in your ways, but really, do you want to be like that all the way through the rest of your life? Be with no one? You don't want to love anyone? You don't want to have someone return?
No, see,
that's a choice.
That's it, exactly. I don't want that. What I actually want is, okay, like I was talking to my friend, the first person I brought this up to, we were IMing, and I was telling him, what I miss being desired.
But
I miss being loved, and I miss giving someone else love back.
Yes.
And showing them that love. I miss that a lot, like a lot. But, and I don't think it's a worthiness question, because I believe I'm worthy of that. But I've just, and I'm going to say it again, and you're going to correct me, but I just don't feel I've ever been really good at it.
Even if that's true, what you've been good at was years ago.
Right.
Well, you might be better now. I would tell you, I wasn't good in a relationship until I was like 45, 46. I didn't start being, so like, I feel sorry for people I was in a relationship in my 20s. And I'm not saying I was horrible, but
Right.
I just didn't have the skills. And now I feel like I'm much better. Nobody's perfect, but I just feel like it took me to middle age before I think I had any relationship skills.
Yeah.
So you can always say you're not good at it based on what you did in the past, but now that you at the age you are now, which you've never been that age before, you might be even better, and I think you probably will. But any kind of relationship is going to take change. It's going to take work. It's going to take adapting. If you refuse all of those things, then don't do it. That's
Right.
ridiculous.
Right.
But it's just like when I got into a relationship with my wife, I knew, well, I have to give up this, have to give up this, have to give up this, have to change this, have to change that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
It's
just a few things. And two, I've been in a relationship where you got to change a whole lot more because the people are just so much more. My wife is so much more laid back, and I think we're both at an age where certain things that you need when you're young,
Yeah.
no one needs anymore. So we don't worry about those kind of things.
Right.
And she spends so much time doing like political things at work, so she's not always here. I'm not a completely needy person, or overly needy person, I should say. So it's not like I don't always need her to be here. So I enjoy my free time. I'd like to see her more, but I don't get mad about it. We have some disagreements, but we don't get mad about it. There are just things that happen when you're older that when you were younger, it might not have happened.
Yeah.
But I just feel like with you, and everything is on hold right now.
I know
You can't go on mean to anybody.
I can't.
But
Yeah.
my the thing I don't understand about you is you just completely refuse to do like online dating.
Okay, that is mostly true, yes. But and that took a minute for me to admit that. Yes, it's mostly true, because here's what happens, okay? Because I've done it just even a couple times in the last year, earlier in the year before everything got locked down. I tried to get on a couple of dating sites, and I managed to have some conversations with some folks, and they were going well. And then the next day, I was just like, nah, it's too much. It's too much effort.
I thought the same thing before I met my wife. I went on dates. I met people I really liked, but I was like, this is not someone that I can live with. It went on for an entire year.
Yeah.
And I was just like, screw this, I'm not going to do it anymore. And then right at that moment, boom, I meet my wife and it's perfect. So, and I'm not saying that would happen to you, but it could be 2, it could be 3 years. You just have to do it. You have to meet people. You have to meet some horrible people. You have to meet some people that are cool, but they're just not that person.
You have to go outside.
It's just, yeah, that's the thing. You have to meet people out. You have to go outside your house. That's going to happen. It's like all of a sudden you're in your house, like people appear in your house. It's like, oh, thank you. That would be a good dating service, though.
It's like that episode of Doctor Who with the magic carpet where they just appear. Yeah.
But I just the thing that you're in a huge city compared to where you've been in some places in the past, and there are people who are more like you than any place you've ever lived, probably here.
Yeah.
And I just feel like there's someone sitting at home thinking the exact same thing that you're thinking.
I know.
That would be perfect for you.
I know.
And you haven't met them because you won't go out your front door and meet them.
Well, neither will they, though. That's the thing.
Maybe not. Maybe every day they go out to a bar and they're sitting there waiting for you, and you don't show up, and then they go home cry all night long. It's your fault. It's your fault. You made them cry.
I made them cry, and I didn't even know it.
No, I don't want to turn this into another one of those things for you, but I'm just saying, I don't know. I mean, right now, again, put it on hold. Nothing's going to...
I mean, I can't do anything about it right now.
Let's get the vaccine. Let's all get vaccinated, and then February, March, let's talk about meeting again.
Maybe this is the time to examine these things.
When we go out, and we've done this before, it's been a while, but when we had events, let's just say KillCon, when we did KillCon for the Life to Kill a podcast, so many people were there. You are good with people. You talk people, you meet people, you say hi, you chat, you get to know people. And I know you do that on a regular basis at work sometimes, but you don't go out socially and do that. And I think it's because you're afraid of rejection. I think you don't want to be hurt. I think you don't want to put all that energy into something and then it blows up, and then it's so much easier to just sit back and not go through it and say, I told you so.
Well, no, I mean, everybody that knows me knows I'm afraid of rejection. My 3 biggest fears are rejection, abandonment, and replacement. Okay, and I've worked really hard in my life to not let those things tell me what to do with my life anymore. I'm found that I go through the times when sometimes those are really big fears and sometimes they aren't really big fears. And I'm like, I'm saying like a lot. I'm sorry. But, I'll say, screw fear. I'm going to go out. I'm going to do this. And then the next day I'm like, but I'm scared, so it's still a struggle. And maybe I'm not over those things yet. And maybe I never will be.
I don't know. Relationships are messy. Relationships hurt. Relationships are not perfect. But the good part about it, I found, is, you meet and can make so many more friends than you can make romantic partners. And you might get some romantic partners.
That's true. I could meet some really cool people.
I have people now who are my friends that I met during my dating time that are still my friends, and I'm so glad that they're my friends. And we went out on a date and it didn't work out, but we stayed friends. And it's like, man, and there are people that I really liked. You're going to find some people who are horrible. You're going to find some people that you don't even want to be in the same space with. Right. But I mean, I feel like it's harder for women, but still, I just think that there's some creative ways, even just going to the art museum. Go hang out at the art museum. Go hang out at a jazz club. Go hang out somewhere like that. And then you meet people who have some things in common with you. Play games, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I won't go into
it. Yeah. So, when people list their fears like that, like, rejection, replacement, abandonment, blah, 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 all of that has actually happened to me before. So,
me too. Everyone.
It's like, okay, why are you still afraid of it? You got through it.
Yeah.
Right?
You're stronger.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? It's going to happen again.
It's going to happen again.
It is going to happen again.
And another thing that is a fear of mine, it's a newer one, is fear of actually hurting someone else.
That's hard.
And I've done that.
Yeah, but that's difficult.
And that's a tough one to get over.
Yeah, I hate that one. That's why I almost quit completely dating. I couldn't stand it.
Yeah. So I guess I'm not unique in these fears.
No.
I mean, these are things that most people, unless they're sociopaths, struggle with.
Everyone does, but the mind voice is the one that says you're the only one that feels this.
Yeah.
You're the only one going through this.
Here's where I'll meet somebody. Support group.
Why do you want to meet another crazy person?
I know. Hey.
I don't know why you would want to do that to yourself. Well, I mean, this is not a good year for it.
No.
But Ren Fair, Ren Fair, game playing, all the stuff that you like.
Yeah.
There's so many groups here. You just haven't explored. You haven't come out of your house and explored them yet.
That's the only. Next year.
That is the only thing. I mean, I know you got to work. I know you like to come home and watch your movies and stuff. But the only thing is, you've got to figure out a way. And I'm not saying it's not like fishing. You don't have to go sit somewhere and just wait for someone to show up at a bar. But I'm just saying, what if you met someone online? No, big thing. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be a big production. But just say, let's go hang out. Let's go hear a concert. Let's go to the art museum. Let's go do this. Let's go. There's so much stuff here to do.
And there are so many things that I would enjoy going out and doing. Like there's whole bars will shut down for D&D events.
Mm-hmm.
And whole places with how many trivia nights a week are there in Atlanta?
Yeah.
So many, right? And you don't have to have a team to go. You can get on somebody else's team, to do trivia.
It's hard though, because you got to meet this person who is somewhat stable and somewhat mature and somewhat can have a relationship. Otherwise, you're in for a lifetime of trouble. I mean, it is. It's hard. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I'm just saying, don't just look for somebody to cohabitate with immediately, but someone you can kind of have some fun with a little bit.
And don't glom on to the first person
unless they're perfect.
They're perfect.
It could happen.
Not likely. Not to me.
When you and I broke up, I went on my first date. Well, we officially broke up in October.
Mm-hmm.
I did a job in November. I came back the 1st of December. We were still living in the same house. We went through that Christmas, but we didn't hardly talk. And then you moved out in January.
I moved out on New Year's Eve.
And then later in January, I was doing another job, and I had a first date either in January or in February with someone.
Mm-hmm.
Man, she was fantastic. There was nothing wrong with her, but I couldn't connect because, it's what they call a rebound, which is stupid.
Yeah.
But still, I couldn't feel anything. There was nothing there. And I felt bad, and I didn't want to lead her on. So, I mean, I don't know how to do all of this relationship stuff. But yeah, if you want to meet someone, like I met someone fabulous, and I couldn't have done that if I didn't go through all the crap first.
That's true. You
just have to do it. And don't take it so seriously. Just have fun. Just make that your goal. Have fun, meet people. New experiences. Hi, how are you? What's your interests? And communicate.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to bonk. If you want to, that's fine. But I'm just saying, don't put so much pressure on it. Just do it to meet people. There's so many people here.
Bonk to meet people?
No, I'm just saying talk. If you want to do that, that's fine. I'm just saying don't make that the object of what you're doing.
Right.
I
wouldn't anymore.
Yeah.
I might have in my 20s, but I wouldn't do that now.
Okay. Anyway.
Thank you for your insights, though.
I mean, I didn't really say much. I don't know what
you didn't say anything you haven't said before.
I don't know what the Christmas thing is. I have a thought, but I don't want to say it.
You think I'm lonely because it's the holidays?
No.
Okay.
I think that represents Christmas and all the festivities is having fun, and you're putting me as in charge of your fun. It's like you not going to have fun unless it's something that, like you're here, you're doing this, you're having fun. And I'm not saying necessarily me personally, but maybe it's the past.
Maybe.
Past relationship, past person, me as the past. It's like I'm in charge of your
Of fun.
Fun. And when you meet some person, what happened? The door opened. You still see the fun out there that I did.
Yeah.
So it's just like that's still the ground of it. And it's like close the fucking door.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously.
And enjoy who you're with. How about that?
Close the fucking door.
Can you do that?
Why were we going to bed with the door open anyway?
And stop looking at my art. No, I mean, I don't mean that personally. I'm just saying we're talking symbolic.
Right.
And I just think, and I don't know if it has anything to do with me personally, but it's just like person you've known for a long time, being secure, like the fun, the celebration is something, somebody you're familiar with, somebody you're secure with. It's like
someone I can be an idiot with.
You don't want to step off and get to know someone like different, strange, unknown.
I can't let my idiot out right away.
You can. There's a lot of people who don't care about that.
That's true.
I feel like that you criticize yourself a lot more than other people do. And there are some people who will. I mean, you've met them.
I've met them, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, again, thank you for your insights. Let's see if I do anything with them this time.
So we did a show it was a Halloween show where we talked about urban legends and stuff. So
yeah.
I saw a documentary this week, which I wanted to talk a little bit about. And you can watch this on, I believe, Netflix.
Okay.
It's called Wrinkles the Clown. Have you seen it?
I saw a advertisement for it, but I did not watch it.
You should watch this.
It's a clown, Rick.
I know, but you should watch what it's about. So it's very insightful on how legends and stories and rumors get started.
Okay.
And how people tend to spread them and make stuff up. So, and I'll just very loosely talk about what this is about. So this person did a YouTube video just as a funny thing.
Uh-huh.
So it was a kid sleeping in the bed, and you're looking at it like you're watching a security camera.
Okay.
And you're watching this kid sleeping in bed, and then all of a sudden, the door underneath the bed, their drawer, starts sliding out.
Okay.
And there's a clown in there.
No, there's a video that I love to share with people, especially those that I know have clown phobias because I'm evil, where there's somebody sleeping in the bed and then this clown just kind of sticks his head out from underneath the bed. Is that the same one?
Maybe. I think but this clown, the door starts opening, the clown comes out and he sits up.
Oh, no, this is different.
And then the girl starts stirring like she hears something, and the clown just is really still, and then the girl goes back to sleep. The clown stands up. He takes off his glove. He lays it in the bed with the girl. He starts walking out, and he sees the security camera, and he reaches up and he rips it down. And then you just shh.
I've never seen that.
Okay. So apparently that video was on YouTube several years ago and went viral. Millions of people saw it.
Yeah.
And so from there, this guy the whole Wrinkles the Clown thing, and this guy just did it as a joke, became a big thing. So this guy started a thing where you could hire him to come out and scare your kids if they're bad.
What?
Yeah.
That is horrendous.
But it's actually kind of funny, and so I won't do spoilers. There's a whole lot of other stuff involved, but the way kids start calling him and kids start talking about him, and so next thing you know, people are saying that he's actually killed kids and he eats kids, and these kids really believe that. So, but it becomes this viral rumor and this urban legend about Wrinkles the Clown. It's very, very interesting.
Wow. So if you were a kid and you believed these stories and your parents were evil enough to hire this person to come and frighten you because you were being punished,
which they show some parents doing,
then you could have a severe mental breakdown and possibly a heart attack.
They talk a little bit about it, but it's an interesting, the documentary is really interesting. It's kind of as a social study, and there's some psychiatrists or psychologists or whatever who talk about whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. But anyway, so the guy who created it just did it as a joke, and then it became a thing, and now he's actually looking at ways to kind of make Wrinkles a thing. But I mean...
And he's probably making money off it.
Well, he would go and he would just take pictures out in public, or he'd just standing there with a balloon, and then he would take those pictures and put them online, and then it just went viral, you know. He'd be walking around at a carnival, and then somebody would take pictures, and people would be like, oh, that's Wrinkles. So he's kind of become like this... You know, like Slender Man or something, like this internet celebrity that scares kids. So anyway, if you get a chance, I think it's on Netflix.
Okay.
Watch it. It's a pretty interesting documentary. Just the story itself is interesting, but to me, more interesting is what happens behind the scene, how these kids start these little rumors and how it spreads.
Yes. Yes.
It's kind of interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
I will check that out. Maybe I'll watch it over here with you because, again, it's a clown.
Well, I mean, it's obviously a clown, and the documentary is someone dressing in the clown, so
Right.
it's not scary.
Okay, that's what you say. But speaking of documentaries, I watched one. I recommended it to you, but you said you haven't watched it
I
yet.
haven't got around to it yet.
I know,
I
it's
will
just been
this week.
like-
This week I'll watch it.
I think I just told you about it yesterday or the
Yeah.
day before. So it's called the
No spoilers.
Nope, no spoilers. It's the secrets of the tomb of Sakata,
Okay.
which is in Egypt,
Okay.
and it is a strangely emotional documentary. It has its moments where you're really moved by some of this stuff. It's also extremely just interesting, and really makes me want to go to Egypt.
Wow. Okay.
Although it's really freaking hot over there. But yeah, so check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Again, I'm not going to go into too much. It's just in regard to a specific tomb or specific area in Egypt that they found a tomb. And it's about that tomb, but it's also about the surrounding area and the people. It's very much a documentary where you get to know the people who are actually doing the work, and I think that's what makes it emotional. Mm-hmm. And they talk about the story of the owner of the tomb in a number of ways that are also emotionally moving.
Okay.
And it's just fascinating.
All
So
right.
check
I'm gonna watch
out.
it this week.
Yeah.
All right, we need to close down soon. I got to talk about.
Talking for an hour already?
We're close. I got one more thing I'm going to talk about. So I need your advice. Tell me if you think this is weird. If you think this is not weird.
Okay.
It's one of those things because I think it's weird.
Oh.
And sometimes I overreact.
Should you not
I
have
don't know
told
if
me
you-
your opinion about it first?
No. I don't know if you know this about me, but sometimes I'll overreact about things.
No.
So this is one of those things. So my car. My car, all of a sudden, for whatever reason, and I don't know why, has developed this thing where I drive it, and while I'm driving, it just vibrates like crazy. The entire car just
Trying to make you happy.
I don't know what it is. So I took it to my mechanic, the guy that fixes my car all the time. He said we did everything we could possibly that we know to do, and we could not figure out what was causing it. So I was like, uh-oh, that's not good. And when your mechanic's like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, all right, I'll take it to the dealer. Okay?
Okay.
So I have a Subaru Outback. It's really never given me a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
It's an older car, but it's not giving me a whole lot of trouble. And, I'm going to get a new car in a year or two, but right now, this is what I'm driving.
Drive it into the ground. That's what I say.
So I thought, well, all right. There was a airbag recall. So I thought I'm going to take it in, get the airbags replaced while they have it. I'm going to tell them to just diagnose it. They don't have to do anything. Just tell me what's causing this. Mm-hmm. So I take it in. I tell the guy everything about it. He said, well, it sounds like it might be an alignment issue. And I said, well, I don't know, but it might be. Just, have somebody to test drive it and come back and tell me what it is.
Yep.
So they do. I get an email from the guy. He says, we think it's the tires. I thought, really? So he said, you've got 3 tires, and they all of my tires were fairly new.
Okay.
Bought either this year or last year.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of them I bought this year because I had a blowout.
Yeah.
I ran over a nail or something.
Yeah.
So I ran over 2 nails in 2 back tires, I believe. They were able to repair one, and the other they could not repair, so they had to replace it.
Okay.
So that one tire was different from the other 3 tires.
Okay.
So I had 3 tires the same, one that was different. So the guy said, we think that's what it is. That one tire is causing the vibration and everything. Would you like to get 4 new tires? We think that's going to fix it. And I was like, well, if that's going to fix it, okay. So about $600.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
$600 for new tires.
Yeah.
But then I can drive my car again because it's very difficult to drive my car. So I say, well, let's do it. Let's go for that. So the guy says, all right, puts the tires on the car, gives me a call. He says, we're done. Come and pick up your car. And
Did they test drive it after?
I don't know. I didn't ask him that.
Okay.
So I go, I pick it up. My wife goes with me. She has to take me. We go there, we pick it up, and we say thank you, and we leave. And I'm driving down the way. I mean, it didn't make one bit of difference. still vibrating. Not a single bit of difference.
So by doing that, by replacing those tires, we know that it's not imbalanced tires.
Nope.
Because these are brand new tires.
Yep.
We know that it could still be alignment, but
He said that the guy who did the tire replacement wanted to do an alignment, but he didn't charge for the alignment because I didn't say to do the alignment or whatever. But still.
So what they're saying is they performed an alignment and didn't charge you for it.
No, they didn't do the alignment because I didn't ask for it. But I'm just saying, I had tires on before, and then I have new tires on. There would be a little bit of a difference, I would think. Even if it was an alignment issue, I would think there would be a little bit of a difference, wouldn't there?
Possibly.
I don't know. I don't know enough about that. But I just know I have 4 new tires and a car that's still not drivable. I did not go to this guy and say, put me some new tires on there. I said, fix my car.
Yeah.
The tires I had on were fine. If it just needed an alignment, why didn't they just do the alignment and leave the same tires on?
Yeah.
So after it was over, I sent the guy an email. I was like, look, the exact same thing. It didn't do anything. My car's still doing the same thing. And the guy was like, well, we weren't really sure. We decided we would start with the tires. I thought, really? So this is what we're doing. You're the dealer. We're just going to throw a dart at what might be the problem. And I'm going to pay $600 to get that, and let's see if that works.
Yeah.
Nope, that didn't work. Okay, here's how about $1,200, and we'll see if this works.
Mm-hmm.
No, is that how you do things?
That's jacked up.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
They lost my business. Because I'm planning on getting a new car this year.
Uh-huh. And you were going to go there.
I was going to go there, but I'm not going there now.
Yeah, I mean,
it ticked me off. Because here's the thing. Here's what could have happened. They put the new tires on.
They could have test drove it.
Drove it. Realized it still buzzed. It still vibrated. Sent me a contact and say, look, we put the new tires on. It still has the same problem. We're sorry. That didn't fix it. Mm-hmm. We're not sure what it is. Maybe it's this. Okay. I mean, I would still not be happy, but why did they just
give it back?
Give it to me and say, here, you're on your own. Fix it. We're okay. That was it. And then when I contacted him, he was like, yeah, we weren't really sure, but we decided to start with the tires. And he never disclosed. And I was mad.
I would be mad. And no, I don't think you're overreacting to remove your business from them.
I'm not going to go back.
No.
And they came recommended too. We drove. So the dealer, did I already say what kind of car it was?
Subaru.
Okay. So there's a dealer like in our backyard.
Yeah.
That my wife didn't want to go to because she's heard some bad things about them.
Yeah.
So we drove far away to another one because she's heard some good things about them.
Okay. And that's the one that screwed you over.
Yeah. So I was like, let's go to the close one. Because what if one person that she knows had that issue and I wouldn't have it? Maybe because everybody has a problem at some point.
At some point, not every
I have
service
customers
encounter
with my business who have not been happy.
Not every single service encounter is going to be a gold star. It's just not.
All right. Well, it pisses me off because now my car that's not drivable has 4 awesome tires sitting out in my driveway.
Yeah.
I can't move it, can't drive it. I mean, I can drive it down the road. It feels like you're driving over a railroad track constantly.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know that I would have started with the tires there.
Well, I'm not a mechanic. I wouldn't either. Why did they tell me? If they had not told me, they could have said, no, it's this. Right. But I get the feeling maybe they didn't know.
Maybe they did.
I mean, if my first mechanic was like, we did everything we could possibly think of, and we still don't know, they're not stupid. They fixed my car a lot.
Yeah.
They've done some awesome work on my car.
And they're really good people.
But they're not a dealer, so I just thought the dealer would know more. I mean, I think they even said at one point, take it to a dealer. So I took it, and I thought I was going to get the right thing, and I didn't.
I'm sorry.
It pisses me off. We've talked a lot about customer service on here. Now, the guy in the service department, he was like Mr. Sales Guy.
Yeah.
Everybody's friend.
Yep.
So I was like, I liked the guy, and he was talking about getting your car. When you want to get a car, here's my card. Call me up. Blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. But now, no, he lost my business.
So the reason, I'll tell you, I used to work in a car dealership.
Yeah.
It was a Ford dealership. The reason that the service guy gave you his card when you're ready to pick up a car is because he would have got a referral bonus.
And I don't have a problem with that. I mean, if he had fixed my car or told me the truth, that's probably more important even than fixing the car. Because I know sometimes you think it's something it's not. I feel like he just wanted to sell me tires.
That's what I
think
feel
he
like
was
too.
just like, I think I could sell a set of tires to this guy.
I'm going to do it.
Well, guess what? You didn't sell a new car.
Mm-mm.
I have new tires that I can't do anything with. But anyway, God, that just pissed me off.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, well, we should close it down. I had some other things to talk about, but I'll do that next week.
Yeah, I didn't mean to go on so long about my stupid dream.
No, you have every right to go on, but we need to talk about this beer. What do you think about this beer? What do you think about the brewski? Oh, by the way, before we do that, let's say that we are planning on doing a Thanksgiving video.
We're gonna post.
Should we do a
video.
live thing, or are we just going to do a video?
We could do a Facebook Live.
Maybe we'll do a live and you don't have to be there if you don't want to, tune in. But I would say like maybe Thanksgiving evening sometime, maybe what I don't know. We'll put it on our Facebook page.
Yep.
We might do a live video and we'll just say hi and maybe we'll be eating something. I don't know. Like everybody.
Everybody wants to watch us eat. I know.
But we usually do that. I think we do that on Thanksgiving. And
we do.
We haven't done a Zoom in a while. We need to do a little Zoom.
We will before Christmas. How's that?
We'll do a pre-Christmas Zoom.
Yeah. So what we're drinking today, just as a reminder, is a Guinness Imperial Gingerbread Spiced Stout, which was aged in Kentucky bourbon barrels. All of those things sound utterly amazing.
Yeah.
And we were afraid we might have another 4.5 or 5 on our hands here, which is unusual for us to start with. Well, we don't. Not for me, anyways.
What do we got for you?
I'm going to go with a 3.
3.
Yeah.
I would say it's slightly disappointing. I don't taste gingerbread. I don't taste, maybe I taste some spices. I don't know. I'm still going with a 4. I don't taste it doesn't seem like a Guinness. It has so much potential. If all of that stuff with a Guinness taste was in there, that would be a 5 for me.
That would be a very good beer.
But I will say that the bourbon barrel taste is strong enough, and it's one of my favorite flavors in a beer, that I'm giving it a 4 because that's so good.
That is the overwhelming flavor.
It's the only flavor, really. I don't taste any of the other stuff.
Yeah, it's really the only flavor. There's no gingerbread, not a whole lot of any other spice, to be honest. And again, like you said, it's the bourbon barrel. But for me, it's sweet.
Yeah.
This beer is too sweet for me.
It's very sweet. And if you're buying this and you think this is going to taste like a good thick Guinness, it's not.
It's not at all.
It's not at all. It's thinner.
It's just a brown ale.
But I will tell you, I like it okay. I like the bourbon barrel taste, so you might like that. So give it a try. Maybe it's something that you like. Here's what I found. A lot of times the beers that we drink on this show, I will, because we have excess left over.
Yeah.
I usually buy like a 6-pack or a 4-pack. So sometimes during the week, I'll just pull one out and I'll drink it and I'll be like, wow, it tastes so much different than it did on the show.
Yeah.
I'll taste flavors that I didn't taste before.
Interesting.
We did a cinnamon stout a couple of weeks ago, I think. Or was it last week? Was it last week?
The Yazoo cinnamon milk stout?
Yeah. And I didn't taste cinnamon hardly at all. Actually, that tasted more like a Guinness than this one does. So... but this week I tried another one of those, and it tasted a lot more cinnamon. I got the cinnamon notes a whole lot more.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like maybe we need to come back and revisit some of these. I don't know. Maybe we should review them twice.
No. God, that's another 4 years of the same beers over and over. I can't do that.
Well, we do need to come up with something. We need to come up with some new stuff next year. I don't know what it is, but we need to come up with some new stuff.
Naked pictures.
No, that doesn't work on a podcast. I will say, if you want to sell naked pictures of yourself for your own, make a little extra money. I mean, if someone wants to buy that, that's fine. I don't care.
Okay. It's not likely, especially not after my quarantine 15 I got going on.
I like I said, it's not likely, which means you're not saying it's out of the question.
It's not out of the question.
You're actually considering it.
I didn't say I was considering it. I'm just saying I'm not 100% against it.
Oh my God. Well, there went our last listener right there. No, I just, I don't know. I feel like there's a couple of things I think we should look at. Maybe doing some new features and things. It'd be kind of, and again, we've talked about the interviews. We need to do some more interviews and stuff.
And that's hard right now. It's always hard for us. But right now, even trying to get somebody to come in here.
No, we need to figure out. See, that's the thing, is I got to figure out how to get like remote interviews. We
Yeah.
gotta figure out how to get the Zoom thing working so we can record it.
Yeah, you're right.
But anyway, but that's what we're gonna be working on. That's gonna be us. Just that's our thing.
That's our thing. We'll work.
Well, we hope you have a good Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes, and we'll talk to you live on Thanksgiving Day on Facebook.
We will.
For just a few minutes.
We will be having our Thanksgiving here. And by the way, you're all invited.
You can all come.
Anybody who wants to show up can just knock on the door and come in. My wife says that she might not make turkey. Well, no. She bought a turkey breast because she's the only meat eater.
Yep.
You and I are going to be here. We don't eat meat.
Right.
So she's going to make a small turkey breast. And then I think we got some corn roast.
Which is one of my favorites.
Turkey stuff. And I
So
know
you
I'm not
didn't-
buying. I didn't buy the dinner
Didn't do
roast.
the Worthington one.
No.
Interesting.
I'm okay with that. And then I make a kick-ass cornbread dressing.
You do.
Cornbread dressing.
And I'm bringing green bean casserole, which, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
I don't use anything canned or processed in that.
Which is good.
It's just good.
So I think we're going to have fun.
Yeah.
And everybody, we hope you get to spend some time with your family.
One other thing we're going to have is my horseradish deviled eggs.
Those are good.
Those are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those are natural, too.
I might make one tonight.
One egg.
One.
You're just going to make one
I'm
egg.
just going to make one deviled egg.
Just one side.
I'm going to throw the other side of the egg away and just make one deviled egg.
But wherever you are, whatever you're doing, we hope you have a good time. We hope you have a good Thanksgiving. You know, I mean, it's a weird year, but you can make the best of it. Spend time with people that you love. And we hope that we're one of those people.
You love us.
That you love. Tune in if you can to our video, and I'm sure even if you can't, we'll put it up and you can tune in.
Of course.
But we'd like to hear from you. Wish us a happy Thanksgiving. Send us an email, thisepicdisaster@gmail.com. Visit us on Facebook. Visit us on Twitter. Visit us on Instagram.
Instagram.
We are there. Other than that, we're just kind of hanging out. We're going to hang out on Thanksgiving, but we'll talk to you. We're here every Monday. We have a new show every Monday. The best way to get those shows is to subscribe.
Yep.
Just subscribe. It'll automatically download to whatever you listen to your podcast on.
Do you want to know why I come over here to do the podcast every week?
Totally want to know.
Is because it makes me put on real clothes.
Oh my, really? Okay.
I
Tired
have
of
to wear a
naked podcasting.
bra to come over here.
Yeah.
I don't wear a bra at work anymore.
Yeah.
Nobody can see me from the
I have to take a
down.
shower.
Have
Whenever you come over. Have you noticed whenever you come over, I'm in the shower?
Yes.
Almost every time?
Yes.
I'm like, well, I guess I better shower now.
And I have to take a shower to come over here. So it's a really good excuse to shower.
Yeah.
Because, man, earlier today, I don't think I showered in like 4 days.
The great thing is you don't have to shower to listen to the show.
No.
So listen
Or wear a bra.
without showering. You don't have to wear a bra or
Nope.
pants.
Nope.
And in fact, we encourage that you don't. Anyway, we'll talk to you next week after Thanksgiving. Have a happy one, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
This is a Violet Jester Media podcast.